Hello everyone, welcome back. So you can see I'm playing Spider-Man here, and I have played the hell out of this game, I'm not gonna lie. Before I show you the costumes, I just want you to just soak in this game. Just look at this. Watch the swinging. I mean, come on. Look at this. You seeing this? Look what happens when you go next to a building. Oh, look at that. Oh, you go around it. It's so fast. Look at this. You shoot around the side. You run up the building. You want to do it a little faster? Get to the top, zip over the side, dive down. Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah, run around. Oh, catch the side. I mean, just look at that. Look at that. Look how smooth. You seeing this? You seeing this gameplay? Just take it in. Watch this. Jump on that. Fly off the side. Yeah. Now that you know what you're getting into here, look at this. You seeing this? Now watch this. Whoa! Menace to society. But anyway, just gonna leave that there. Just show you what you're dealing with here. So I'm going to be showing off the costumes here. And just going to run through them pretty quickly. I'm not going to do a giant swinging detour every time I put one on. Just give you the general idea, show you what they look like, interact with the civilians. Yeah, you actually get a trophy for that. I don't know if it's a secret one, but make sure you interact with people. And you also get it for riding the subway. But yeah, so you have the standard suit here, which is actually the advanced suit. This is not the one you start out with. You get this after you take it back to Doc Ock and he builds it for you, essentially. Or he gives you the blueprints and you build it. Because he sees you building the suit and he's like, oh, I get it, you don't need to explain. You build suits for Spider-Man. And he's just like, ah, yes. that is it. That is the explanation. By the way, some of these suits include spoilers, so keep that in mind. Mostly the ones at the end there. But yeah, then you move over here, you have the damaged classic suit, which is actually the one you start out with, and it gets damaged during the first mission. So this is technically the first one you get, but it's not in the proper condition there. Ooh, parkour is so sweet in this game. Just gonna move into the light so I can show it off better. Also, after I put on these costumes, I'm gonna show you what happens when you run up fire escapes. It is very cool. They put a lot of thought into this game. Like you can just tell by playing it. It is very, very fun. But yeah, you can also charge your jump, and instead of jumping straight in the air, you can just jump really far if you're moving forward. Look at that. But yeah, anyway, showing off the suits here. You got the standard classic one. Yeah. Then in here, you've got the regular classic one, which is just the clean version, not destroyed at all. Haven't really used this one that much, just because I feel like the other one that I'm going to show later is superior. Granted, this is the classic design, so a lot of people like using this one more. But you'll know the one when you see it. And then over here, you have the noir suit, which is also very cool. I will sometimes use this mission for the stealth ones. It doesn't really make a difference because the moves can actually be traded between the costumes, so you can do the stealth action on a different character. It doesn't really matter. But I just wear it because it looks cool. I mean, look at it. And then over in here, you have the Scarlet Spider, which I am not a big comic aficionado, so I don't really know much about some of these costumes. But yeah, that's him. It's the Scarlet Spider there. And then over here, you have the Spider Armor Mark II suit, which again is pretty cool looking. Yeah, I like the variety in costumes in this game. They didn't go with a lot of the standard ones that you would expect. They threw in some oddball ones there that you probably weren't expecting, so fans of those niche like costumes will probably be happy with this game. And then over in here, you have the Secret War suit, which is another very cool one. It's kind of reminiscent of the Miles suit. It gets pretty close. Which is another suit that's missing, and I think they did it on purpose, like the same thing they described with the black suit, where they wanted to make sure it was story-centric. So, for that reason, I'm imagining they're going to save the Miles suit. I mean, hell, they might even just have Miles wear it. Just have, like, swap-out characters or something. So yeah, that probably won't be happening. Same thing with the black suit. They'll probably introduce it in the next game as like a story element, and then you'll unlock the suit. Probably like a suit power, because they also said that the suit's probably going to be broken, and it's just going to be very easy to play. So they wanted to avoid everyone just using the black suit. And then over here, you have the Stark suit, which is the one that I used for the majority of the game, because, I mean, look at it. Straight out of Homecoming. It's very cool looking. Yeah, jump in the air. And pretty much all of these suits come with their own little special ability. This one is called Spider Bro, where it comes out with a little drone that fights with you and zaps people and does some damage. So it's a very cool ability. The one that I mainly used was Web Blossom, where it just like webs up all the enemies around you. Very useful, as you would imagine. Then over in here, you have the Negative suit, which I don't know if Spider-Man ever got in the comics. I'm not very familiar with the current stuff. But yeah, it's very cool looking. It's using Martin Lee's power, and that's what the spider power also gives you. So yeah, nice little suit here. I usually don't wear it just because it's very distracting to look at. As you can see, it glows in the dark as well. So when you're swinging, it's kind of like, it's just very eye-catching. Although it is a little reminiscent of the black suit, which is pretty cool there. So I could see people using that. Then over here, you have the electrically insulated suit, which he used to fight Electro, as you would imagine. So yeah, this is another one out of the comics here. See, another suit that is probably not one you would have expected, but they gave you anyway. So now I will say, before we get to the final one, which I'm not a fan of, they could have done it by using the paper bag Spider-Man, and I would have been much happier with that. Because the last one that you unlock is pretty much just a joke, but I feel like the paper bag Spider-Man would have been a lot funnier. So yeah, that's just my interpretation there. Then over here you have Spider-Punk, which apparently is from a alternate reality where the guy doesn't really have spider powers, I don't think. I think he just dresses like Spider-Man and plays a guitar. So yeah, that's another pretty cool one here. And then over here we have the Wrestler suit, which is different from the Sam Raimi one, but I'm sure is comic accurate. Although it changes depending on the comic, so you never really know which one is the which one is the real one. I guess whoever did it first, that's who it was. It might have even been Sam Raimi. I'm not even sure. I don't remember the origin of the Wrestler part, because the way Uncle Ben dies is different depending on the story, so I don't know if the Wrestler thing was always in there, or if it was Sam Raimi and then they adapted it into the comics. So who knows? But yeah, there's that. You can actually see it in his apartment on the wall. They have, like, it's not Bonesaw, but it's somebody else. It's like Hogan versus the Spider. So you get a little glimpse of that before you even see it. Then over here you have Fear Itself suit, which I'm pretty sure, I think this is the one where he gets the cosmic powers, or he gets a powered up suit to fight cosmic beings. It's one of those two, where he gets, like, increased power for that. Which is why the power for this suit increases your damage by quadruple the amount, so makes you a lot stronger. Get that thing out of here. Jesus, I just destroyed something. What? What do you want? Why do people keep coming up and talking to me? Yeah, bro. Get out of traffic. Oh, speaking of getting out of traffic, is there a car chase coming through here? Yeah, I'm trying to show off my threads here. I don't need to worry about crime. And then, over here you have the Stealth Big Time suit, which this one's actually pretty cool. It kind of makes you invisible. It puts a little distortion field around you that makes it hard for them to see once you're inside. So as long as you're outside of the aura, they can't really see you at all. Because there is a mission in the game, it's one of the research developments that makes you fully invisible, but it's only for taking down drones. So it's like you never get to use it in any kind of practical aspect. It's just for that one mission. Would be cool, though. There's a lot of suit variety and a lot of suit power variety, so you'll definitely have your selection depending on what you like to use. Then over here you have the Spider Armor Mark III, which looks a lot like Deadpool and Slade Wilson mixed together. It is a very cool costume here. When I first unlocked this one, I used it for quite a while. It is very nice. It's not the typical Spider-Man outfit here, but as you can tell, very sweet looking. I mean, look at it. Have you seen it? Then moving on down here, you have the Spider-Man 2099 suit, which is a Spider-Man from the future. Oh, did I stop that? Chase the vehicle. Alright. Oh, failed. Yeah, I was about to say. But yeah, as you can see, pretty accurate there. Nice little costume. I'm not sure how I feel about the blue on it, which is why I don't use it very much, but definitely like the design. Then over here you have the Iron Spider suit, which you get for pre-ordering, or you can just unlock as the game goes on. Which I was actually kind of like, I was going to pre-order regardless just because of what game it is. But I was kind of annoyed about the fact that it's like, well, if you want the Iron Spider, you're going to have to pre-order the game. But I guess it was basically just unlocking it early. It's not like that's the only way to get it. Because, I mean, look at this costume. If that was the only way to get it, that'd be pretty annoying. Well, I had this one, you know, just gonna set up a nice little thumbnail here. That'll probably be good for the video. Yeah, photo mode is actually pretty fun in this game too. And this one also includes a pretty cool power. It has the Iron Spider arms from the movie, which is very fun. I'm not really sure how much damage it adds or if it's just knockback. It doesn't really explain. It just, as you can see in the corner there, it says, wreak havoc with 4 articulated arms made from rapidly grown monoatomic iron alloy crystal. But that doesn't really explain much. Then over here you have the Velocity suit, which was actually created by Insomniac. This is not taken from anything. So it's pretty cool. They actually designed a good deal of their own suits for this game. Will these people stop following me around? Just trying to show off some suits here. Yeah, another one that I don't use very often, but it is cool. And then over here, you have the Spider Armor Mark IV, which I would imagine is the final design for the Spider Armor. I wouldn't imagine he's gone past 4, but who knows. I haven't quite read the comics. As you can see, the front glows here, which is pretty cool. Yeah, as you can see with the Spider Armor, it changes in variants, and then it gets closer to the original design. So as you can see, the final design here just basically looks like the regular suit, but it is much stronger. And this one actually comes with the power that I'm using currently, which is Defense Shield, which makes you completely invincible. No matter what they hit you with, it could be a rocket, a punch, a big boss battle, it doesn't matter. You are completely invincible, which is very broken. So the moment I got that, I definitely switched to that one. But I don't use the costume often. And then over here you have Spirit Spider, which is a very cool one. See, it's costumes like this that make me think that they should have had more costumes in this kind of vein, like the Superior Spider-Man. Because it's like, I mean, canon-wise, there's nothing in this game that makes him turn into the Spirit Spider, or the Ghost Spider, as they call it in the comics. Got J. Jonah Jameson talking in the corner. But yeah, so that's why it's like, I understand with the black suit Spider-Man, but I feel like for stuff like this and Miles, or maybe not Miles, but at least for the Superior Spider-Man, because it's like, not to give anything away, but it's like that storyline is pretty much done, so, I mean, come on, just let us have the costume. Maybe they're saving it for DLC or something, but I'd much rather have it right now. It's a pretty cool costume. And then down here, you have the 2099 white suit, which I didn't know actually existed. I don't know much about 2099 Spider-Man. Man, that guy's talking for a while there. I'm gonna have to go through and listen, because the way the PS4 recording works, you have to like mute the TV, because you can't just plug in a headset. It's pretty annoying. But yeah, this one I actually like better than the other one. I have actually used this one a good deal. And then over here, you have the vintage comic book suit, which you actually unlock for beating the game. At least the main quest. And this one I will swing around, just to kind of show you. It looks strange, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when you see him swinging around like this, it just looks like, he doesn't fit in the world. It's very unsettling to look at. It kind of like, it makes the whole game look like cartoony, even though there's really no reason it should. But yeah, just for whatever reason, the visual aesthetic on it just makes it look like everything becomes cartoony as well. I'm actually gonna go into photo mode for this one too. Haha. Variety in thumbnails. Yeah, so that's the vintage suit there. This one comes with a funny power where it's called Quip, where it's like, insult your enemy's pride, and it does absolutely nothing. He just cracks jokes. Which is very in character for Spider-Man, but probably not the power you want to use. And then over here you have the Last Stand suit, which has actually grown on me, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really like it that much at first, but having used it for a while, I'm like, you know what? This actually is pretty cool. It's a very dark Spider-Man. Like, looks like he's from Russia or something. I like it. It's very cool. Kind of like the Winter Soldier version of Spider-Man. And then over here, you have the costume that is the bane of my existence. This is for getting 100% in the game, which, I'm not going to lie, is very annoying to do, because you have to stop every crime, every type of crime that exists. You have to find all the backpacks, you have to do all the landmarks, you have to do all of the heist, like the Black Cat heist, all the takedowns on the bases. You gotta do all the research developments. Pretty tedious process, not gonna lie. And here's what you get for it. You get this. You get this amazing costume. Yeah, if you don't know, in the game, he blacks out after the fight with Scorpion because he's hit with one of the toxins, and when you wake up, you're dressed in your underwear. But it's like a 5-second scene, like it barely lasts. But I guess they thought, you know what? Let's have that as the final unlock. I mean, granted, it is kind of funny to see, but at the same time, it's like, does he have a little yeah, he has a little Spider-Man on his underwear. That's kind of funny. But still, it's like, I would have preferred something else, anything else. Like, even just include this as a little joke costume in addition, but I would have much rather seen something like the Superior Spider-Man as the downloadable costume, because I think as far as the story goes, that would make sense, because it's related to the main villain. But yeah, this is what you get instead, so, you know, enjoy it. And there are some costumes included behind it for some reason, which I'm not really sure why. They should have been in front of that one. But here you have probably my favorite costume, which is the homemade suit. This is obviously from Spider-Man Homecoming. But yeah, I usually go between this and the Stark suit when I'm playing the game, just because they just look so cool when you're playing. I mean, look at this. Oh yeah, look at that suit. Look at this suit. Zipping around. Bring yourself back down. Yeah, the combat has a lot of variation in this game too. It is very fun to play. You know what? I'm also going to do a photo of this. Oh, Jesus, right in my face. Yeah, if you do that while moving, that's how he looks at it. Alright, getting close to the bottom here. This one is the secret one for finding all the secret photo locations, which is the ESU suit. Because he went to Empire State University, so this is the costume here. This one I actually do like a little better than the underwear one. It's basically just Peter Parker just wearing a mask. That's all it really is. Which most of the games do have. Like, most of the games let you play as Peter Parker as one of the costumes. But some of them actually just let you play as straight Peter Parker. But I guess they wanted to keep it canonical and have him always wearing a mask. Because if you ran around as Peter Parker, it'd be hard for the game to explain, like, oh, no, it's just a costume. It's like, well, but they can still see his face, though. So I guess they took some steps to avoid that there. Which, can't blame them for. Makes sense. Then over here, you have the anti-Ox suit, which, just the name alone, kind of spoils the end of the game there. But I did warn you at the beginning, so, you know. If you've gotten this far, that is your own device there. Yeah, this is the suit that he designs to fight Dr. Octavius at the end. And it's actually made out of the arms of Dr. Ock's suit, like the same kind of fabric or metal alloy, not fabric. But yeah, another very cool suit. A good one to use in place of the black suit while it's currently missing. And then we move on to the final suit, which is the dark suit here, which is for getting all of the Black Cat picture locations. Which is kind of funny, because the story behind this one is it's based on Black Widow's suit, but it's given to you by Black Cat. But there's no mention of it being Black Widow's suit. But canonically in the comics, it actually came from Black Widow instead. So in the games, I guess it just made more sense for Black Cat to give it to you. So yeah, those are all the costumes. Not really much to show in games like this because they're story-driven. As I talk, I'm actually going to swing around the city, just so you can get some sweet action going on here. I'll do it in the Stark suit. But yeah, games like this where it's story-driven, it's kind of hard to just do individual videos in, because for the most part, I just want to play the game. Like, I don't really want to sit down and record the whole thing. So for those kind of, like God of War, that's a reason why I haven't made a video on that yet. Granted, I also haven't played it yet. Which I bought it like probably a month ago or more, and I still haven't played it. So I need to get down and play that. The problem was I bought God of War about a week or two before Spider-Man came out, so I mean, there's really no hope there. I'm just gonna climb to the top of Avengers Tower. But yeah, I really enjoyed this game, enough to where I can go through and get the Platinum Medal and 100% the game, which, even though it got tedious, it was very much so worth it. And probably one of the few games that I'll actually play through a New Game Plus on. Because story-driven games like this are like 14 hours long, but I would definitely do it again. It is a very fun game. So yeah, if you don't already have it, I would absolutely recommend it, because it's probably going to be my game of the year. I'm just going to go ahead and predict it now. It's certainly not going to be Destiny 2, because I'm very saddened by the way Bungie is treating Destiny lately. I heard Destiny 2, like, the expansion has gotten a little bit better, but I don't know. I might be out. I might be out of the game for good. They've just done too many things that have... I was so into Destiny 1, too. I played for like 1,400 hours, which is a lot of time, so it's definitely not coming from a place of like, oh, I hate Bungie. They've made too many missteps lately. I actually haven't bought any of the DLCs, which is very out of character as well. I didn't buy the Osiris one. I didn't buy the Warmind one. And yeah, I didn't buy the one where they spoiled the ending. The whole thing about Cade, they show it right in the trailer. It's like, well, I would have liked to play the Forsaken and actually see that happen, but kind of ruined the point. It's like, why even play it now? I know what happens. So yeah, that's the Spider-Man costumes there. I'll probably be back showing off some DLC stuff, maybe some select missions or some costumes from that. Hiya! You also get an achievement for that, I think, for diving a certain distance. And Venture's Tower is a very easy way to do that. Do some spider tricks while I'm in the air. Yeah, it's very easy to get distracted while playing this game. It is very beautiful. Ha ha ha. Yeah, there's a bit of a strange way to land there. But yeah, there's a lot. You can tell Insomniac put a lot of detail into this game. A lot of the side missions are very fun to play. The main storyline obviously is amazing. Yeah, it's just a beautiful game. It's ever since Sunset Overdrive, I knew they would. The moment I heard they're making a Spider-Man game, I was like, yes, absolutely. Because obviously Sunset Overdrive wasn't the first game they've made. They're well known for the Ratchet and Clank series. But that was the first game that I picked up where I was like, damn, they are really top-tier game developers here. Because I didn't really play... I think I played the Ratchet and Clank series a little bit, but I never got into it. But yeah, just the way they built Sunset Overdrive, because that was my top 10 game of 2013, and then they come back strong with Spider-Man, and it seems like they're just on the track to be one of the best developers. Really put the time in. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.